Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to Action Theater Presents. Today's feature will be Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom from 1984, starring Harrison Ford, Kate Capshaw, Hugh Kwan. I always have a part time pronouncing his name.
Yeah. Kiwi Kwan.
Short round.
Short round. Yeah.
Short round. And that is our film for today. Classic 80s film. It's actually a prequel to the Raiders in a way.
It is.
Yeah.
That's the thing I'm not sure people remember is that it actually does take place, I think, three or 4 years before Raiders. So, yeah. Of course, this picks up, finds Indy in 1935, where he is tasked by Indian villagers with reclaiming a sacred stone stolen from them by a secret cult. Of course, that's the Thuggee cult. And again, Indy globetrotting a bit. He starts out in China and goes to winds up in India for this adventure. And like I said, we get a little bit about the or at least this movie's version of the Thuggee cult, which actually wasn't a thing, believe it or not. And of course, goes a little bit into the British occupation of India, but doesn't spend the entire movie on it, thankfully. So, okay. I do want to remind everybody, of course, due to YouTube's guidelines, we can't air the movie live, even though and by airing it live, I mean we can't show it on the screen for you as much as we would love to do it. Welcome, Valentina M. We're watching Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom today. So the whole idea is that it is still under copyright, and YouTube won't let us show it.
Yep.
Unless we either did it as like a slideshow, stop it every 8 to 30 seconds to do commentary, which of course would drag things out 3 times as long as we would need. And
a lot of work.
Or we would have to put a bunch of watermarks over it, which is also rather time consuming. Yeah. So what we do is we drop a link into chat, and this is to the Cosme room. So if you are with us live, click on this link, and you will be able to watch the film along with us. If you have your own copy, which we would highly recommend that you have, then what we're going to do once we start the film is we're going to put a commentary only banner up, and it'll run for the duration of the film so that you can be synced up along with us. Like I said, it is a YouTube guideline in the United States.
And the rules. We got to abide by the rules.
We got to play by the rules because we do not want Steven Spielberg to sue us. So
well, technically, now it's owned by the evil corporation.
Oh yeah, that's right. Disney has this movie.
Yeah, because they bought up 20th Century Fox.
Okay, So
well, but this film is available. Of course, it's available to watch on the Evil Corporation Disney Plus, and also the other streaming service, Paramount Plus.
yes.
So it's available, highly available there on those two streaming platforms. Also, can watch Rent it on Amazon Prime or Fandango at home to rent.
All right. So say hello to a few people who've joined us in the chat here before we get started. Friend of the channel, Andrea Black.
Hello, Andrea.
Faithful Blue Wrench, channel member of the Bird Woman of YouTube. Watch out for her channel, Fluff Chick Productions. Connie Clary.
Hello, Connie.
And Valentina M., who we met earlier. Yeah. Elise McCater. Hope I'm pronouncing that correct. Hello.
Yeah.
And hey, the Horror King.
The Horror King. What's up? Good to see you, my friend.
Screw the rules. I have green hair.
Green hair.
So let's see if you know what I was referencing with the last comment. Yeah, I'll probably sure. Right. Now there we go. In chat, of course. All right. So, and hello to Santiago Chavez. I see you there in the Cosmo chat. All right. So everyone, please go to, hit the link to the Cosmo room. The link is at the bottom of the chat. It should be there on both of mine because we are doing the whole vertical horizontal thing tonight. So we should have each have two streams running. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! You see, you tricked me with that because I'm not really versed in anime. So okay, all right. So let's get started.
Okay.
And Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom.
Yeah. Here we go.
Rated PG. Believe it or not. And
yeah.
Run time is 1 hour and 58 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, go.
Paramount Pictures logo. Steven Spielberg film.
Also, back when good old Spielberg made good films.
Harrison Ford starring in Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom. And of course, you have introducing Kate Capshaw as Willie Scott. Who winds up rather reluctantly becoming part of the adventure here.
This was a really big time for Q Quan Quinn as he had a broke out role in this film and The Goonies.
I like that stumble there because you get your kind of Busby Berkeley opening number here.
Is everybody hearing and seeing the picture good?
So far, so good on my end. Shanghai, 1935.
So here we have our hero, Indiana Jones. He's delivering an artifact. That's a rather big diamond.
Whoops. Oh, Butnick, Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
Toodles.
Howdy, FKHC 2005, sometimes known as Tim. Yeah, he got the point. So the diamond and the antidote is being kicked around the wooden dance floor. Willie's eye of ambition is solely on the diamond, and Indiana Jones is trying to get that antidote. I like how the dancers they scream, but yet they're still doing their act. Like we better do our
Yeah.
act or else we're gonna get in trouble.
And if I remember correctly, one of them is Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This Raiders Star prequel is weird. Yeah, it's going to get weirder.
Yeah. Hail to JPRPH1. Welcome, sir. We're exactly 11 minutes into the film.
That's funny. Now leaving Club Obi-Wan.
I like that. There's your Club Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
That's a nod to the Star Wars. And this is also, as we said before, if there's any issues and you guys have a membership to Prime and Paramount Plus, you can watch this on Paramount Plus. And there's probably places to watch on Tubi and Pluto as well, probably.
Of course, he tosses his gun out the window.
Here we have the cameo from Dan Aykroyd.
Mhm.
Lauche Iron Freight as he boards
Uh,
a cargo plane called with his name on it, Lauche Air Freight. And then in the background, you see a hangar with that says Pan American. So they boarded this cargo plane that's owned by Lauche, the villain here, and they're flying over the Great Wall of China.
it's going from Shanghai to Chongqing, past Burma, and everybody is asleep. So the pilots who have been paid off, they're going to dump the fuel and jump out.
Yeah, with the only parachutes.
Yeah. Is it just me, or did that first guy still seem reluctant to jump?
Yeah.
And it did.
I think the other guy pushed him out.
John, stop.
I just want to know how come so many chickens booked a flight on this cargo plane.
No. Do you?
So those are the Himalayas, right?
Come on, parachutes. I tell you, being an 11-year-old watching this in the theater, and just watching how much fun Kiwi Kwan is having in it, not just in this movie, but also later on in the Goonies and stuff like that as well. I was
Yeah.
like, I wanted to be this kid. I did. You know?
Yep. And we were probably about the same age.
Yeah.
We were about the same age when he filmed this, and I think MythBusters did a thing on how plausible jumping out of an airplane with a raft is. So if even if you want to go dig up old MythBusters, look for the Indiana Jones jumping out of the plane with a raft. MythBusters had some good ones. The pacing on this film is is so great. It just there's so much that's happening, and it just goes flies by. We're exactly 19 minutes 59 seconds into it. Yeah, yeah, Tim, you're right on that one.
And of course, they're being taken to the village, which is failing because this sacred Sankara stone has been stolen, and their children and the younger men have been taken away
To, to
by what we're eventually going to find out is the thuggy cult to work in the mines. I'm just going to assume everybody has seen this. So
yeah,
yeah. Miss Martin uses. Good to see you. Uh, Cosme
hello,
Link
Martin.
is at the bottom of the chat. We're about 20 minutes into the movie. Indy and the gang have just entered the village. So this is a Cedric Ray film then. Uh, the first part of it is, yeah, it kind of is. This is of course back when Indiana Jones knew languages.
Yeah,
Unlike Dial of Destiny, when he has no clue what anybody's saying.
yeah.
That's why something has to be done. He doesn't believe in the rock, but he believes the children being stolen because obviously none are there. So, and he's about to get living proof of.
So here we have
Yeah,
this boy who is broken free of his confinement from the mines and has found his way all the way back to the village. That's some de- dedication. He came a long way by foot, barefoot.
and hopefully has only passed out.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
I don't know why that happened. Uh,
All right.
let,
Well,
let,
while Bill's getting us back online here, I do want to say hello in the chat here. To a few people, and JPRPH1 says this is the origin of KK's Panderstone from South Park. Yeah, I got to think they had this in mind when they came up with that. Yeah. Um, and of course, we brought up Sajid Ray in the chat. He was the director of the Apu trilogy, um, which I am aware of, but I have to be honest, I have not seen. But it is out there. I do know there's a Blu-ray for that trilogy. I don't know if there's a 4K. I think Criterion put that out. Yes, thank you. Come again. um, FKT 2005 said, my grandfather, again, my mom's father, was there in India during World War II. He was with the USAF. And as I can see them fixing this down the line like Titanic would have now, stars, when there's a night shot, would be wrong for where they filmed the Sri Lanka. So the stars would be different. Yeah. Yeah, we got to fast forward up a bit. And yeah, okay. We're back at 2652. This is Andy discovering the boy who's walked back, who's escaped the mines. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, the reason why Molaram has the children in the mines digging is he's looking for the other stones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because there's supposed to be, I believe, three of them, and they've been kind of disseminated to different villages. So he's going to these different villages and looking for the rock.
So here we have them boarding the elephants.
The director's girlfriend, ladies and gentlemen, the director's girlfriend. Let's give her a hand. Yay. Okay.
Yeah, they later on became married.
Well, yeah.
Hancock.
Ladies and gentlemen, our team, um, the archaeologist looking for fortune and glory, a lounge singer, and a small boy. Oh my God, how did this work?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Those aren't birds. Bats.
No, no, no. No, no. Say bats the way Kim Basinger would say bats. And could you do so very slowly, please? Sorry. I'm good. I'm okay. I am okay.
In Australia, they are small.
Yeah. Yes, but everything in Australia is made to kill you.
Yes. Spit out that bug. I love I love this campfire scene.
Mm.
The elephant that won't leave her alone. All the animals.
Retreat.
Every animal in the area is out to get her.
Hiding the ace.
Oh, come on.
You call him Dr. Jones. Power and profit. You know what I want? I need it right now. Give it to me. I don't care how. Sorry.
That's a boa. That's a boa constrictor. Harmless, but they do have sharp teeth.
Yonder lies the castle of my father. Oh, wait. Predator. Oh, wait.
So Indy finds a gruesome collection of remains or
Yeah.
parts. Don't come up here.
Yeah.
And the guides are like, "Oh hell no, we're out of here."
We're good.
You guys can manage on your own. You're good. We walk from here.
Yeah, just follow the giant vampire bats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roshan Seth, who was also in Gandhi. Hello to Enigma Severus. Let's see. What's the timestamp, Bill?
39, 33.
And of course, the actor playing the British captain here was, of course, Grady in The Shining. Philip Stone.
Huh.
But first, our national anthem. Oh, Canada. Sorry.
This is one of my favorite all-time scenes. Is the dinner scene. I just love all the main courses and all that. It just
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe he like maybe he like
Older
older women.
Hi. No, I don't think I'll ever get over the mutiny of 1857. Those wounds run pretty deep. No. My apologies if anybody hears that. One of my neighbors is under the impression he's Vin Diesel. He's going to be doing that for a while.
Oh, snake surprise. This guy is two fisting
Yeah.
eels or something. What the snake surprise? Stop playing with your food, damn it! Ah, no thanks. I had bugs for lunch. Did any of you ever watch Andrew Zimmerman's Bizarre Foods? This is where I think he got the idea.
Oh, I'm sure.
No, but a movie will be made 40 years from now where they mix up Boogeyman with Babeka, but that's okay. That's not the material right now.
Dessert. My favorite. My favorite dessert too. I just love her acting. Chilled monkey brains.
This guy is just way too into it.
Yeah.
And she's down.
I like when they ask for soup and it's eyeball soup.
It's fucking...
Amstray. Pig Latin. Oh yes there is. What? Jamie, you don't like eyeball soup or snake surprise or chilled monkey brains? They're a good delicacy. I ate them at least once a year. No, I don't really.
Mhm. Hi.
Hmm. Of course, we have back to do the score, John Williams again.
Mhm.
Such wonderful scores he.
Yeah, pretty much everybody behind the scenes who came back from the original.
Yeah. Do I have anything in my teeth? Does my breath stink?
How many of those bugs did I eat earlier?
He's reaching. He's trying.
Whoops! You only have yourself to blame for that one, pal.
That is one strong ceiling fan. That's all I can say. They
Yeah.
really build them tough in India, don't they? I've never known a ceiling fan to be that tough. Here in Arizona, we just burn through them. They're really good for moving hot air around.
Oh, air conditioning. Thank goodness.
Mhm. Hey, I'm right here.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. There are rules to making it a trilogy that you do not go beyond 3. Thou shalt only count 3.
He told you, don't touch anything. I love this part. It's like they got her to cop a feel.
Just pretend you're on the L word or something.
See, like I said, with fortune cookies, they did not ever originate from China, ever. It wasn't always an American thing.
Yeah, true. And whereas the original movie had snakes, this one has bugs. Lots and lots of bugs.
Bugs are pretty gross. Oh, a lot of human remains in there. Those were the unlucky ones. No, don't stand up against the wall. Don't stand against. Oh, you did it.
I can't stand against the wall.
Not my fault. Not my fault.
Serious?
What is this? You don't want to know. You really don't want to know. Oh, I broke a nail. Oh, it's just a nice setback. I'd be more worried about that centipede and
Yeah.
millipede.
Yeah, this was about the point in the movie where my mother had pretty much had enough of Willie. Yeah.
going on. Let me in. Let me in. Oh, great. These scorpion looking things. Hey, it's Joe's apartment. The other. The other right. The other right. Those big roaches are the Madagascar hissing roaches.
We're going to die. Uh,
Oh, no. Don't step on the boat. Don't step on the. Don't step on the. No. Oh.
Crap. It's her.
No, never leave the fedora
Yeah.
hat. You gotta save the fedora hat.
We now return to Jaws 19, already in progress.
Well, he would just be in. He wouldn't be in Indiana Jones without the hat. I mean, it totally. He's totally only in Indiana Jones when he's got that hat and the whip. And here he finds the cult in their chant, uh, doing a human sacrifice. One would say maybe there's magma in that pit.
Boiling hot magma. Yeah, look at that sick Carsten. Yeah, I gotta tell you, Bill, this revival of Conan O'Brien,
Uh
I don't know. It's feels different.
Hey, look, it's Whoopi Goldberg's head shrunken. Where it should belong. Oh num sabaya, oh num sabah. Oh, that must be Whoopi Goldberg's cousin. Doesn't the little shrunken head look like Whoopi Goldberg? Karima. How do you do that? Um, yeah.
How exactly?
Yeah. Yeah. I like how the heart beats faster and faster, as it would as it was in your still in your chest. Okay, how is this hand not burning? Come on, that's some really voodoo magic, man. Kaliba, Kaliba Shantide. Has anybody noticed this cult is only men? It's like a secret men's society. I don't see any women. So here we have three of the Shikari stones, and they're going to put it in the skull. Two for the eyes, one for the nose. So there's a total of five of these Shikari stones, and they're looking for the next two. Is what they're mining in the mines.
That woke her
Diamonds.
up.
Yep, diamonds. Yeah, because diamonds are a woman's best friend, right? All right, our time step 1 hour, 6 minutes, 39 seconds.
Attack! No, wait.
Screaming in the background from the mines. Uh, Sorry for about experiencing a little lag. Uh, oh, they got such big knives. Those aren't knives. This is a knife. What's a crocodile Dundee when you need, mate?
uh, with the children. Now we're going to get the minor card chase. Of course, there's the Maharaja. It's under the sway of the cult. And he's got this little indie voodoo doll here. Whoops. Bam! And of course, this was done through a live action and miniature shots.
Timestamp 1 hour, 36 minutes, 32 seconds. Oh, here comes the other chase crew. Hot on the tail. That's a lot of water. That's a huge iron pot.
Going to flood the tunnel.
Left tunnel, left tunnel. Oh, I guess she's not worried about breaking any more nails. Duck. There she blows. Release River. Yeah, yeah, it was. That was kind of the speed moment. Yeah, I guess you could kind of say speed kind of took from Indiana Jones to the Temple of Doom. Who did it first? Indiana Jones did it on the railing. Speed did it on a bus on the highway. Yeah. Uh, have we? I don't think we've done speed at an action theater, have we? We might have. I don't. I don't. I don't remember.
Speed?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Water. Water. Oh, water's coming. Ask and you shall
Water,
receive.
water,
Water. Water. Water.
water.
Water. Oh, coming fast. Head for the bridge.
This is where you realize, oh my God, she was barefoot all that time?
Yeah.
Yike.
Strong bridge. Strong
Oh,
bridge.
man.
He almost falls through. And the crocodile. The crocodiles are waiting for him.
No, 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 you are not falling down. That's Michael Douglas.
Oh, oh, he doesn't have a trusty shit pea shooter. These are swords. They have replica machetes. Very shiny. It's like when he took on all the stormtroopers.
Yeah.
all these guys. I love this scene. This is one of my all-time favorite scenes in any movie. Closing in on both sides. Oh shit! Yeah. This is one of the best cinematic scene moments. Is this scene? Hey, go, lady, we go for a ride.
Oh,
Oh my god!
God. Oh my God.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my
Yeah,
god! Oh my god! He's
he's
crazy.
crazy.
He's so nuts. He's crazy.
Catch me, Kali, in hell.
What are you doing? You go, we go. Oh, crocodile food. And the crocodile. I love how the crocodiles are just waiting. There's some hungry crocodiles. If the fall doesn't get you, the crocodiles will. I'm gonna throw my own men at you.
Yes.
Oh, big crocodile food. Needless to say, those crocodiles did not go hungry.
Ah, Grady, make yourself useful, old chap. Oh, let's get this thing through the Enfield Spiel. Hey, thank you. Very good show, chaps. Well,
He still has one Shikari stone left. The one that was taken from the village. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Davy! Davy! How did he get the name of Davy? Jolly good, yes. Life returned to our village.
But it belongs in a museum.
Mhm.
Oh, wait.
All the fun we've had together.
I got my All right. That was Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Shall I consult the scrolls?
Cut out the scrolls. Cut out the scrolls.
All right. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom was released May 23rd, 1984. Estimated budget of 28 million, going on to gross over 333 million worldwide. Won the Oscar for visual effects, and John Williams was nominated for the score. Winner of best visual effects at the BAFTAs, nominated for editing and sound, and at the Saturn Awards that year, nominated for best fantasy film, Best Director, Best Screenplay, Costumes, Makeup, Best Actor Harrison Ford, and Ki Wei Kwan nominated for Best Performance by a Younger Actor. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, with this win at the Oscars, Dennis Muren became the record holder for the most Oscars won for visual effects. He won visual effects total of 6 times between 1983 and 1994, and has received 2 Special Achievement Awards. 1981 for The Empire Strikes Back, and 1984 for The Return of the Jedi. Also received the Technical Achievement Award in 1982 for quote, the development of a motion picture figure mover for animation photography. In addition, Muren holds the record for the most Oscar nominations for visual effects. He's been nominated 13 times. The first being in 1982 for Dragon Slayer, the most recent in 2006 for War of the Worlds. Filming locations include University at Pacific, Stockton, California, Grand Falls, now whole nation, Arizona, Coal Mine Canyon, Tuba City, Arizona, Blue Canyon, Hopi Reservation, Arizona, Stage 1, Elstree Studios in UK, Interior Club Obi-Wan, demolished in 1989. Stage 2, Elstree Studios, Club Obi-Wan Window Piece Ceremonial Hall of the Temple, demolished also in 1989. Stage 3, Elstree Studios, Club Obi-Wan Awning, Palace Hall, Indian Willie's Rooms, and the connecting hallway, demolished 1989. Stage 4, Elstree Studios, Tunnel of Daylight, Minecart Chase, demolished 1989. Industrial Light and Magic, 3210 Kerner Boulevard, San Rafael, California, the interior of the tri-motor plane. Stage 7, Elstree Studios for the Jungle Campfire. Backlot, Elstree Studios for the Palace Courtyard in the fight on the cliff wall. Stage 9, Elstree Studios, the Bug Tunnel, the Spike Chamber, and Molaram's Chamber. Stage 6, the Star Wars stage, Elstree Studios. The Mine Quarry, demolished, 1989. South Fork, American River, California. Florida, the Grand Coulee Dam, Columbia River, Washington. Hamilton Air Force Base, Novato, California for the Asian airport scenes. Kandy, Central Province, Sri Lanka. Macau, China. Mammoth Mountain, California. Page, Arizona. Tulum River, California. And Yosemite National Park. On to the trivia. There are 206 of these on IMDb Pro. I'll see how many of them I can get to. Okay. Sharon Stone was one of the top choices for the role of Willie Scott before Kate Capshaw auditioned. Stone later starred in King Solomon's Mines and its sequel, Alan Quartermain and the Lost City of Gold. 2 films that attempted to duplicate the success of the Indiana Jones franchise. The first film features John Rhys Davies from the first Indiana Jones movie as the villain. And Marky Post from Night Court, heavily considered for the role of Wisdom. The rope bridge used during the final fight scene was actually suspended a couple of 100 feet across a gorge on location in Sri Lanka. Acrophobic Steven Spielberg would never walk over it and had to drive a mile and a half to reach the other side. Harrison Ford, on the other hand, had no such fear and would run across it at full speed. Cameos. George Lucas and Frank Marshall. Lucas is the missionary in the background of the airport scene, and Marshall is a tourist that's in the background. An early draft of the script for Raiders had Indiana Jones traveling to Shanghai to recover a piece of the staffed raw. During his escape from the museum where it was housed, he sheltered from machine gun fire behind a giant rolling gong. The same script also featured Indiana and Marion fleeing destruction in a minecart chase. Both of these scenes were cut from that script but resurface in this movie. The first film to use THX's theater alignment program, which ensures that cinemas following the film meet stringent technical and presentation standards. For the DVD release, over 970,000 frames were cleaned up by Lowry Digital Images, the same company that cleaned up Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, North by Northwest, and Sunset Boulevard for DVD. Lawrence Kasdan was unavailable. She was working on The Big Chill. So George Lucas drafted Warren Houck and Gloria Katz, who had previously penned American Graffiti for him. Lucas deliberately wanted to go with something with a darker tone, as this had served him well with The Empire Strikes Back. The film's original title was Indiana Jones and the Temple of Death, but it was changed because it sounded too foreboding. It was retained as the film's German title. Although it's never mentioned in the film, according to the novelization, Willie's full first name is Wilhelmina, and Short Round's real name is Juan Lee. This was Kate Capshaw's second theatrical film. Kate Capshaw's dress in the Shanghai Club was made completely of 1920s and 30s original beads. This meant that there was only enough to make one dress. The opening dance number was actually the last scene we shot, but the dress did feature in some of the earlier location shots in Sri Lanka. In particular, a nighttime one with Harrison Ford and Kate Capshaw sitting by a campfire with the dress drying on a nearby tree. Unfortunately, an elephant had started to eat the entire back of the dress, which was saved just in time. Consequently, some emergency repair work had to be done with what remained of the original beads, and it was costume designer Anthony Paola had to fill out the insurance forms. As to the reason for the damage, he had no option but to put dress eaten by elephant. The giant vampire bats that are shown in the movie are actually fruit bats. Vampire bats are a lot smaller. For the bug chamber sequence, Kate Capshaw was really covered with over 2,000 insects. She took sedatives prior to the scene to get over her initial fear and claimed they definitely worked. Most of the cavernous mine where the minecart chase takes place is miniature with the walls of painted aluminum foil. Capshaw was thrilled at the opportunity of singing and dancing in the opening musical number, but her dress was so tight there was very little movement she could attempt without ripping it. She also had to be taught how to scream. I don't know how you do that, but it's just a specific way, I guess. Okay. This was Ke Huy Quan's film debut. An open casting call was put out to all the elementary schools to find a young Asian actor to play Short Round. Quan arrived with his brother not to audition, but merely to provide moral support. He caught the casting director's attention because he spent the entire time of his brother's audition telling him what to do and what not to do. Steven Spielberg liked his personality, so he and Harrison Ford improvised the scene where Short Round accuses Indy of cheating at cards. Quan won to roll over 6,000 other auditions. In the scene where Indy is attacked in his bedroom by a thuggy assassin, Harrison Ford suffered a herniated disc in his back while flipping stunt performer Bill Reed over his back, causing the production to be shut down while Ford was flown to Los Angeles for spinal surgery. Yikes. A large portion of Ford's work in the fights and chases in the Temple of Doom is actually performed by stuntman Vic Armstrong. Normally, special care needs to be taken to hide a stuntman's face from the camera, but this proved to be largely unnecessary since Armstrong bore an uncanny resemblance to Ford at the time, both in the face and body dimensions. Kate Capsaw received a black eye in the runway minecart sequence the next day. When she reported to work, everybody else on set was wearing a black smudge under their eye. The production was fortunate in their main location in the town of Kandy, Sri Lanka, as a nearby British engineering company was building a dam. When it came time for the film crew to shoot on the suspension bridge at Port Gorge, the British engineers were able to design and build one for them very quickly. The scene with the broken bridge proved a challenge since they couldn't use stuntmen for the dangerously long drop. This was solved by making 14 dummies to stand in for the thuggy guards. They contained a mechanism and batteries inside them which could operate their leg and arm movements. The dummies were fastened to the bridge with a mechanism rigged to start working as soon as they were released from the bridge ropes. This made the dummies look like they were really kicking and flailing as soon as the bridge is cut. Scenes involving the Long Road Bridge were filmed on 3 different continents. The entire bridge itself was built on location in Sri Lanka, and the scenes where Indy cuts the bridge were filmed there also. The scenes where the bridge is hanging along the side of a cliff with everyone hanging on were filmed at Elstree Studios in Hertfordshire. And finally, the alligators at the end were shot by Frank Marshall in Florida. Indy imploring Kalima Shakti, asking for, quote, the spiritual power of Mother Kali. The Lazy Susan, used to exchange items in the opening club Obi-Wan sequence, is common in Chinese restaurants, particularly in Shanghai. It's used for easily sharing the multiple dishes served at meals. The film came under fire when it was released for being, quote, racist and far too violent for an Indiana Jones film. Short Round's car is a 1936 Auburn Boat-Tail Speedster, a highly popular car in the 1930s. The chilled monkey brains were made from custard and raspberries. The rope bridge was coated in sand to make it briefly leave an after image of itself in midair when it collapsed. Part of the sound effect heard as the as the engines run out of fuel on the plane is the same failing engine sound effect used when Han Solo's Millennium Falcon fails to crank up in The Empire Strikes Back. Sound was also used in Raiders of the Lost Ark for the engines on Jock Lindsay's UBF-2 seaplane. In military parlance, a short round is an artillery shell that falls short of the target. The main villain, Molaram, doesn't make his first appearance until after an hour into the movie. The plane belonging to Lao Che Air Freight that Indy, Sherbrand, and Willie used to escape from Shanghai is a Ford Trimotor 5ATB, first built in 1929. The Trimotor was Ford's only attempt at making airliners. Since the first mass-produced Ford car, the Model T, was known as the Tin Lizzie, many pilots affectionately nicknamed the Trimotor the Tin Goose. Filmmakers were unable to get permission to shoot scenes in India. The Indian government requested a copy of the script and demanded that the word Maharaja be removed, fearing the content did not reflect their culture. As a result, production was removed to Sri Lanka, where some locations were used for the bridge on the River Kwai. A memorable view that can be seen in both films is that of the giant bats flying above the trees. The python that Willie Scott mistakes for an elephant's trunk was brought to Sri Lanka for shooting by animal handler Michael Cullen. But since the snake and its companion weren't very welcome in the country, he had to book them in their hotel rooms under fake names, Mr. and Mrs. Longfellow.
Wow.
The sounds of the mine car running along the tracks during the chase scene were recorded on the roller coasters at Disneyland, with the music and sound effects turned off. The sound designer Ben Burt was granted after-hours access to record the tracks without the usual crowd noise. The Wilhelm scream. When a food cart club Obi-Wan crashes into the orchestra stand, and when the man with the Tommy gun is shot by Indiana during the car chase in Shanghai, and when Royal Ram is eaten by the alligators at the movie's finale. Dr. Nanayakara, cast as the Indian village shaman, did not speak a word of English. He delivered his lines phonetically by mimicking Steven Spielberg was prompting him off camera. The pauses in his dialogue were therefore not for dramatic effect, but rather waiting for his next line. In the original draft, there was supposed to be a motorcycle chase across the Great Wall of China. However, the Chinese government refused to grant the permission to film it. Victor Banerjee and Art Malik both turned down roles in this project. They were both busy filming A Passage to India with Sir David Lean. A movie I recommend if you ever get a chance to see it. Very hard to find, but it's a good one. During the human sacrifice sequence, the sacrificial victim repeatedly and rapidly chants the Shiva mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. I probably got that completely wrong. Spielberg wanted Karen Allen to reprise her role as Marion Ravenwood, but he and George Lucas had already decided that every movie should include a different woman for Indiana. This would change, however, when she eventually returned in Crystal Skull. Spielberg and Lucas felt enough time had passed and an own flame was more appropriate for the fourth film. When the two swordsmen attack Indiana on the cliff, he attempts to... Oh, crap, hold on. When the two swordsmen... hold on. Page jumped on me, folks. Give me a minute. All right. When the two swordsmen attack Indiana on the cliff and he attempts to reprise his response from the basket scene from Raiders, by reaching for his gun, a bit of music from the basket scene is heard. This was Spielberg's first sequel, technically a prequel, as this film takes place in 1935, before Raiders of the Lost Ark taking place in 36, and The Last Crusade taking place in 38. Crystal Skull takes place in 57 and Dial of Destiny in 69. All of the people in the Indian village speak Sinhalese. One of the languages of Sri Lanka is opposed to Hindi, the Indian language. The villagers are all Sri Lankans. Spielberg said that he did not enjoy this film as much as the rest of the Indiana Jones films, but said that it was a great experience for him because he met his future wife, Kate Capshaw, during the production of the film. In the US, this film and Gremlins led to the creation of the PG-13 rating. Many people felt both movies were too violent for a PG rating, but not violent enough for an R. Some believe that both films would have been R-rated if Spielberg's name hadn't been attached. The rating change, according to the MPAA, had been planned as early as 1977. But the release of this movie and also Gremlins ultimately fueled the creation of it. The Flamingo Kid was the first film to receive a PG-13 rating, but it sat on the shelves for 5 months before being released, hence making Red Dawn the first film released with a PG-13 rating. Director cameo. Spielberg is a missionary in the background for the airport scene. Director trademarks shooting star when Indiana is talking to Short Round on the hill above the village, 28 minutes, 19 seconds. Fathers. Short Round looks on Indiana Jones as a father figure. Indiana seems reluctant at times to return to feeling. The three main characters are named after dogs. Short Round was Willard Houck's dog, named after the orphan in the steel helmet. Another movie we need to find and do, Bill.
Yeah, I agree.
Willie was named after Steven Spielberg's dog, and Indiana was, of course, named after George Lucas's dog. Junior? What is this Junior business? That's his name, Henry Jones Jr. I prefer Indiana. We named it Dog Indiana. We're named after the dog. Moving on. There was a scene involving Kate Capshaw and a rather large snake which had to be cut as Capshaw was having panic attacks at the very prospect of it. Spielberg jokingly says that the only reason Kate married him later was because he allowed the scene to be cut. Speaking of snakes, this is the only installment of the franchise in which Indy does not make physical contact with the snake. There is, however, a nod to his fear of them and a scene from Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark. After he retrieves the Shankara stones to the Kali shrine, he looks up at a statue of a cobra poised to strike, like one he famously faced in the Well of the Soul scene, and straightens his hat. In the campfire scene, Willie mistakes a snake for an elephant truck. Willie grabs it, tosses it aside in annoyance, and he is visibly disturbed by the snake's presence. The only Indiana Jones movie not to have any scenes that take place in North America, nor have even a passing mention of the Marcus Brody character. The only Indiana Jones movie to display its title on screen using the famous Indiana Jones typeface, and perhaps the only movie ever to show its title partially obscured by an object, in this case, Kate Capshaw in the foreground. Originally, the Amber Palace in Jaipur was going to be used for all the exterior shots of Pankot Palace. When the movie was originally going to be filmed in India, but after negotiations between producer Robert Watts and the Indian government for permission to film in India broke down, and filming was moved to Sri Lanka, matte paintings were used for the exterior shots of the palace, but the interior shots filmed at Elstree Studios. For the human sacrifice scene, an animatronic dummy of the victim was programmed to realistically writhe in agony upon catching fire. Spielberg deemed the writhing too gruesome and added a sheet of flame in post-production to obscure the dummy's movements the moment it caught fire. The only Indiana Jones movie that does not show or make any references to the Ark of the Covenant. This is because the movie takes place 1 year before Raiders of the Lost Ark, so Indiana has yet to become interested in the Ark, although it is shown painted on a wall in the tunnels. Molaram's chanting of Maro Maro Sorko, Chamdi Nocho Pilokun, is literally translated from Hindi as kill the pig, flay his skin, drink his blood, similar to the chant from William Golding's Lord of the Flies. The name of villain Lao Che in the film's prologue is a nod to Leo Shah, the leader of the evil title organization in Fritz Lang's silent era films The Spiders. Episode 1, The Golden Sea and the Spiders. Episode 2, The Diamond Ship, which inspired the Indiana Jones series to an extent. 243 70mm prints of the film were made. This is still the largest number ever for a single release. Director trademark, the hat. Grabbing a fallen hat under a descending door at the last minute. The young Maharaja's name is Zaleen Singh, as mentioned by Chatterlal. The word Zaleen means cruel in subcontinental languages. The insect on Willie's hand in the bug tunnel scene is a spiny leaf insect. The Ford Tri-Motor belonging to Lao Che Air Freight was used many decades before the 1930 Trans World Airlines promotional film Coast to Coast in 48 Hours, appearing on screen with Amelia Earhart. The nightclub in the opening scene is called Club Obi-Wan, in homage to the Star Wars character. An unproduced script that became Kingdom of the Crystal Skull had Indiana reveal what happened to Willie. Last I heard, she married a big shot director. This is an in-joke, as Capshaw married Spielberg, though the joke did not make it into the final film. The only film in the Indiana Jones franchise where the female lead is reluctant to go on the adventure with Indy. Ernie Fossilis, the director of Hardware Wars, provided the voices of the two Chinese pilots in the biplane scene. Sound designer Ben Burtt had Fossilis record a gag line as a prank on Steven Spielberg during a screening in which Fossilis attended. Spielberg was surprised and bemused when, at the ending, Indiana Jones delivers the stone to a shaman who then explained, "Wait a minute, you brought back the wrong stone." Spielberg leapt to his feet and demanded an explanation, which made Fossilis very fearful until it was explained that it was a joke. Spielberg began to laugh, and the incident ended happily. That's funny. I'll read a few more of these here because there's a lot. And we all have shows to get to. Over 120 actresses auditioned for the role of Willie Scott. To prepare for the role, Kate Capshaw watched The African Queen and a guy named Joe. Spielberg wanted Willie to be a complete contrast to Marion Ravenwood from Raiders, so Capshaw dyed her brown hair blonde for the part. Costume designer Anthony Powell wanted the character to have red hair. To film a prequel, as he didn't want the Nazis to be villains again. Yet they always seem to be later on. Until they're Russians in Crystal Skull. Do the trivia till Thursday things. No, because I have to eat sometime today. I'll do a few more. Norman Reynolds could not return as production designer because of his commitment to the Return of the Jedi. Many fans have expressed thoughts regarding Jones and Friends' choice to go back into the mines instead of leaving the Pancot Palace with the rest of the escaped captives. An explanatory scene was shot showing Indy and Willie helping to free children across the lava pit over a makeshift bridge. When the time comes for Short Round to cross the pit, the bridge has caught fire under the intense heat, and Indy and Willie manage to save him in the nick of time from falling into the lava pit. With the bridge crumbled, the trio has to find another way out, and that's through the mines. The most logical explanation for this cut seems to be the pace, and not the film's running time, since it ended up at an hour and 53 minutes minus credits. Even the addition of all the scenes mentioned in this writing would not push the film over the 2-hour barrier. Kate Capshaw was very critical of her own character, saying that Willie was not much more than a dumb screaming blonde. And like I said, my mom pretty much agreed. Yeah. That bug tunnel scene, my mom was not down for that shit. She wanted Willie to die pretty much from there on.
No.
Yeah.
She was annoying. Yeah, she was annoying.
Spielberg said in 1989, I wasn't happy with Temple of Doom at all. It's too dark, too subterranean, and much too horrific. I thought it outpoltered Poltergeist. There's not an ounce of my own personal feeling in Temple of Doom. He later added in the Making of Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom documentary, Temple of Doom is my least favorite of the original trilogy. I look back and say, well, the greatest thing I got out of it was that I met Kate. We married years later, and that was to me the reason that I was fated to make Temple of Doom. George Lucas wrote a film treatment that included a haunted castle in Scotland. Don't know where that would have fit in, but okay. But Spielberg felt it was too similar to Poltergeist. Body count 43, 20 by Indiana Jones. And I think most of those are the rope bridge. One of George Lucas's early ideas had Indiana discover a, quote, lost world pastiche with a hidden valley inhabited by dinosaurs. In the scene where Willie is about to be sacrificed, the Darth Vader's lightsaber power-up sound effect can be heard when the doors to the lava pit are opened, referencing George Lucas, who directed 4 of the Star Wars movies, who is also one of the executive producers on them. Cameo, Dan Aykroyd as Weber, the British accented man who escorts Indy Short Round and Willie to the cargo plane. Aykroyd had previously worked with Spielberg on 1941. The only Indiana Jones movie where he isn't on an assignment intentionally, the plane crashed rather than flying to the destination. Willie screams a grand total of 71 times
Oh
throughout
my
the
God.
film.
That's a lot.
As of 2019, this is the second shortest Indiana Jones movie. Om Puri and Roseanne Seth had previously appeared together in Gandhi, marking the first time Spielberg would use the cast of that film. He later went on to work with Ben Kingsley, Nigel Hawthorne, Martin Sheen, Daniel Day-Lewis, and Richard Attenborough. Philip Stone was best known for his films with Stanley Kubrick, having appeared in A Clockwork Orange, Barry Lyndon, and The Shining. Barry Lyndon also featured Wolf Collar, who played Dietrich in Raiders. Spielberg later made reference to The Shining with the raptors in the kitchen scene in Jurassic Park. In the 1988 Bollywood film Ganga Jamuna Saraswati, Om Puri's character would again get devoured by a crocodile. Ouch. The giant thuggy Chief Mindguard was played by Pat Roach, who also played the German mechanic fighting Indy near the plane in Raiders. It was meant to be something of a running joke in the series to have Roach's character fight with Indy and always losing, but his role in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade was largely cut, and he died before Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was made. All right, I'll end with this one because you brought it up, Bill.
Okay.
During the season 3 episode of Mythbusters in 2005, the escape slide parachute, the team tested the plausibility of surviving a fall from an airplane in a life raft, as depicted in the movie. After 3 drops with their test dummy in a raft, they determined that it was not possible to survive, as shown in the film. Therefore, despite the fact of scientific rigor, the myth was deemed busted.
Yep.
I'm going to get it off there. There's a lot more. Check it all out on IMDb Pro. I have a page there. Check that out as well. The scrolls are closed.
Do you want to come back next week and do the finale of the true finale of Indiana Jones?
Sure.
Last Crusade next week?
Yep.
Okay. Last Crusade next week. Sean Connery.
Hold on.
Thank you all for coming. We appreciate each and every one of you. JPRPH1, Connie Curry, Andrea Black, Jamie Lynn Simmons, Miss Martin Muse, FKHC 2005, sometimes known as Tim, the Horror King, Valentine M, and
we also had Elise McKeeter.
yes.
I might have gotten that wrong. Sorry. We also had Valentina M.
Yeah.
We also had Santiago Chavez in the Cosmic Chat, as well as let's see, and I think you got a subscriber, Bill.
Oh, thank you for subscribing, Jeffrey.
Right on.
Jeffrey with a J. Okay,
Cool.
I have a brother whose name's Jeffrey, but it's spelled with a G. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Please come back next week for the Last Crusade.
Yes, the true finale.
Yeah.
Right.
Although when they went and made the Dial of Dysentery, that kind of made the Crystal Skull a little bit more tolerable, a lot more tolerable.
Yeah.
Than the Dial of Dysentery. That was, oh my god, it was so bad. But that's top. That's a room for discussion for another time. Until then, as I always like to say, always remain excellent to one another. Party on, and we will see you at the next one. Good night, folks. Delete scenes.
All right. And I would also like to thank everyone for joining us here this evening as well. Take a look at the numbers here. Yeah. And I want to thank everyone who stopped by, who did not say hello in the chat, which is totally fine. You don't have to engage with the chat, just as long as you enjoyed the film and the show. Hit the like, shout the stream, subscribe to both Bill's channel and mine. Memberships are available. I do want to remind everybody that later on tonight at 10 p.m., I will be joining Netter's Network for her program, Thursday Things. Right after that will be my program, Coming Attractions, where you get to find out what I'm going to be up to in the next week. Up to and including my appearance tomorrow night as the co-host of Films with Friends with Big Al Presents. And starting at a special time this week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. This week's film is Terry Gilliam's The Adventures of Baron Munchausen.
Baron Munchausen, Terry Gilliam.
Yes. And I also want to remind everyone that Bill will be joining me as my guest on my program, Reserved Seats.
Yep.
Sunday night at 11 p.m. Eastern. And we are going to be discussing the current state of physical media, including this whole, maybe a touch on the whole Sony situation.
Yeah.
And basically talk about the foibles of trying to keep a YouTube channel running, because YouTube don't always make it easy.
No.
So we're going to be talking about that as well. But we're going to make that show fun, guys. So join us 11 p.m. Sunday evening. And as I always say, at the end of every broadcast from HQ, our second home office in Arizona and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond. Good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe and healthy. Cover your heart, because this is how we win.